Hey guys, here we go. What feels like should be the finale, with the exception of, I just remembered, we never did figure out what that unlock thing is. Is it just a new game plus, or is it something else? I was going to take a break, get a little exercise in. Instead I just grabbed something quick to eat because it's getting late, it's getting cold, and I don't want to try and sleep with thinking about this game and its mysteries. I'd rather have them solved, because otherwise I will spend my whole night doing exactly that. I just noticed that shimmer the light does when you... I don't think I noticed that before. Weird. And then, you know what? At the same time, too, I noticed... Why does that say top in the upper left corner there? Like, what does that mean? I mean, I've only been playing this for 900 hours. It's good to notice it now, but alright. Lots of theories. No real master connection. Let's see what happens. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto.
Oh, or not. You're early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? No, then I've given you the wrong impression. Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said. Byakuya? Oh, right, they're not talking to me for some weird freaking reason. They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. What the hell? She's like angry at me. Hero? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appear.
Okay.
I'm on fire.
Not even reading her stuff anymore.
My beautiful scissors.
Okay. I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If that's what Master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Oh, good. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Ooh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Let's begin.
Chills, kills!
This final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaxium sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair.
How strange.
What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Do they not trust me because I'm not in the photos? Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Yeah, her too. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator. They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However...
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However...
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
So...
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. So glad that they're going to be doing lots of voice acting for me now. I started making my way toward the opening, step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend, deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper still. It's too many deepers. I don't think I need to say that many times. We're going to have a new decoration situation, aren't we? I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Oh. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. Oop. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Wow, this looks pretty bare bones. This is the final trial site. What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seats.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Yeah, might as well. I don't think there's no free time. Nothing can change. And I feel pretty good with the BTBs with all the special things that I signed specifically for that reason. All rise.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
You son of a bitch.
So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
I had that question too.
Don't bother. I already know the answer.
Okay.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
That was one of my potential options.
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Group photo, places to check, headmaster's e-handbook. I don't know which thing we're going for here.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it.
Oh,
I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
three of us. All three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy? There's no doubt this is a trap Monokuma set. He set it up so we would suspect each other, and I have something that proves it.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence.
It's gotta be this, right?
Hey, you're
I don't know, that's
I have evidence.
What a coincidence. Evidence that
not
proves
the
everyone.
best.
What? This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have...
I missed. Okay, I got it.
No, that's wrong.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different.
Oh?
With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture,
Oh, it's a whole different picture.
I'm the only one not in it.
Hold on, let me take a look here. Alright, looks like Junko talking to Chihiro. Sayaka, Hifumi, Celeste way in the back. Then you've got Leon, me, Sakura. Byakuya, that's Toko way in the back. That's everybody. Noticing Hero's not making the face that bothered me before, so I don't know what that means. Figured as much, in which case...
Hiro, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Uh-huh. This one too, it's just like I thought. Okay, hang on, let's look here. Mondo, Ikusabe. Huh, I don't... You know what I did notice? Junko is looking away from the camera each time.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
You're not the only one missing.
You're in my picture.
Right.
You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. Yes. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. Oh, that's not the one I was thinking. I thought I decided that's just who took the photo. Or I guess this makes sense too, just from a different angle than I was talking about.
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Oh, I was looking at that.
Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. I need to compare each of them one more time. I couldn't even look at Byakuya's. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Junko's face is obscured in each one. Sorry, I am enjoying the fact that Toko always seems to be in the background somewhere, and then the fact that Sakura is shoryukening some gigantic fish of some sort, which is also blowing Hifumi out of the water, is amazing. Okay. I think I'm good. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... Yeah, I know. I got it already.
Just forget about the photo already. Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo. I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake?
Yeah, I didn't think they were fake anymore.
No. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily oh god, let me start that over. The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason, some terrible reason. Memories being stolen. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. I don't know if I like the whole memory aspect of this that they're doing. Oh, it's not memory. Oh, amnesia. God, they're moving really fast now.
Now I understand.
I should be paying more attention to that time
Let's
limit.
say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Oh, here he goes again.
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it, but no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Well, we got the notes for Hiro and Kyoko, the DVDs that we were just watching. This is also not, those aren't the first time we've seen photos of us together. But that was not a truth bullet, I don't think. It's so weird seeing him by his seat. Oh god, okay. Group photo or interview DVD?
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we all lost our memories.
It's totally stupid, obviously.
Yeah, so he's saying beyond those pictures, so it's got to be the
You're
DVD.
saying we all got spontaneous.
I think I only saw one thing to shoot at.
Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi
Now,
fantasy?
why am I just sitting here?
Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
No, that's wrong. Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
This chick, man.
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
Is it all of us, though? We need Kyoko to tell us that.
When you say all of us, you mean...
I mean all of us, including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
Hey, Byakuya, welcome to the trial.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
Are we?
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
Yeah, that I don't know. I haven't figured that out.
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever?
But we don't know why the question's being asked.
That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
Yeah.
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed, we only have one path in front of us.
Then, we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now.
Oh, that's how you're going to get around it, huh, writer? Okay.
If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
They're talking about the original DVDs, right? The disappearance of stuff going on.
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Yeah, I'm still thinking, Control room, profile. So it's probably going to be the profile, right?
So
Oop, I was on it.
Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
Million miles away.
Lurk off in the background, right?
I'm positive there's somewhere in this. Oh, that's what I should have shot at. Otherwise, there's no way they could have controlled that machine. Oh, right. So
Who killed
there we go.
her?
I expected it to be about something else entirely.
Is the mastermind?
Of course, they have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
Oh, I missed both of those.
Exactly.
You're just making
She
stuff
said
up.
million miles away, and I started singing.
The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time.
And right now.
So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Okay, yeah. we're gonna skip on.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Yeah, I kept thinking maybe you might have been, but I don't think so anymore.
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto.
What? Why me?
'Cause it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
That's a pretty good point.
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
How am I doing this now, then?
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing.
Let's give them something to talk about.
We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Yeah, correct.
But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yes, I would. Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been the other wounds.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Yeah, and it does not state which of those wounds was fatal. Oh, I skipped his text. It made it pretty clear those wounds were made at least a few days ago.
So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
What?
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
Being a soldier doesn't mean you just get wounds. Number one. Number two, nope. We have the headmaster's notes about that.
You're wrong.
She denied me before I could even say anything. Come on. I mean, you think think I'm...
I gotta say, while the writing can be weird, the voice actors on this are just top notch.
I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me!
In my opinion, at least, and I don't really know anything. If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Make your argumente. Photo, DVD, profile, handbook, controller. It's gonna be the profile because we're talking about Mukuro.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she goes...
Whoa, okay. I'm also noticing getting more bullets, too, is killing me here.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely... Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training!
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school.
Right.
In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Right, I forgot you did that.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Oh, that's the first time we're actually seeing anything about those wounds. Wait. What are my clues here? Okay, what does this actually say? So I had two thoughts when I saw this photo come up. Thought one is... Well, no, I guess that wouldn't make sense. So my first thought that doesn't make sense was she wasn't... They didn't duct tape those arrows together to make a blunt object and hit her over the head with it. Instead, she's been riddled up with arrows here. But it doesn't make sense because we did conclude... And I can't think of any other thing that was the blunt instrument that was attacked on her. Attacked on her was a bad sentence, but you know what I'm saying. This furthers my theory, potentially. Those wounds are all over the place. Well, I don't know if they would have been in the arms. Never mind. I was thinking about the weird summon spell Monokuma did when he killed Junko. So it's stupid. You can forget the whole thing.
But if that's what killed her...
Although he did reference Gungnir in Fenrir's, that would be a weird connection.
Then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
Wait, I don't remember us telling him that. Did that happen? I don't remember us telling him that.
If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
No.
So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me, I can't think of anyone else but the mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question.
Throw it at me.
Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask.
Yep, but your hands were exposed.
The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Yep. No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me, even if I didn't see their face. Yes, because their hands were open. No nails, no tattoo. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo, comparing that to the masked attacker. It should be obvious. Oh, this is going to be one of those where I have to steal the words.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
That's the wrong thing, so I got to shoot
You're wrong.
that.
Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand?
Yes.
Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot? Or could it be the hips?
They don't lie.
You never saw their face, so you can't have any. I'm telling you now, it
Damn
was
it.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Stuff's getting in my way.
That's wrong.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
God, I love the voice acting.
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think?
Her hand.
I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything. Oh, right, no, she's got scars. I forgot about that. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Nope.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Nice.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
Oh, really?
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Okay.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
Nope. Biolab.
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored, because this game is not Evil Genius.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue, so it's the perfect place to hide a body, and it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Yes.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. Oh, the tarp. It's always a tarp. Right, there it is, the tarp.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is...
I didn't know how detectives relied so much on tarps to solve crimes.
the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
He obviously has watched The Santa Claus with Tim Allen and knew to look.
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
For all kinds of murders.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels like she's pushing towards what I was thinking about Junko.
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Oh no, we can't possibly beat this strategy.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency. Okay, yeah, we already know.
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
Is he distracting me?
One thing.
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
I didn't, but what does it matter?
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
It's a threat.
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, okay, come on. Enough with the thoughts. Let's go. Jeez. Is too many words spent on not moving forward. Oh, great. We're doing this.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? I'm not listening!
This should prove
I'm
it.
glad I read it this time. I almost just fired it off. That's tough.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Should be 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Then we had Hifumi and Taka, 6 and 7. Or reverse that, but yeah. Celeste was 8. Sakura was 9th. And now we've got Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
No.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her.
Yeah.
And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared,
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
including Monokuma's executions. There have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murderers?
The reason there are less bodies than murders, blah, blah, blah. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? Same person was killed twice.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Don't put it that way, it's not going to make sense.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
I kind of. That's part of the thing that I'm not sure who's who.
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba,
Okay.
she was killed as someone else.
All right, that's the part I wasn't so sure about.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No! No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries
Right.
of hers, and that will become obvious.
Okay, so my thought wasn't stupid.
Nothing's gonna become obvious because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Oh, well, I gotta steal one again, because that's not gonna be the answer.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka?
Oh, it's covering the names, damn it.
Junko Enoshi?
Yes.
Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki?
This is hilarious how tricky this
Mondo
got.
Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada?
Roll credits.
Celestia whatever?
Ludenberg.
Or maybe Sakura Ogami? No.
Interesting that you laughed at that one.
There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
No, that's
You
wrong.
got it in one go.
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
Yeah. What's so confusing? It's your classic double single murder.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same
You
person?
know, I wasn't paying attention. Was who we thought Junko was, were her hands covered?
Wait, so then. Yeah, what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
No, I think it's Junko who's still alive. I think that's Mukuro.
Junko's body. And made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Sorry that I'm fast forwarding through a lot of text boxes, but it's been a lot of them. Okay, injury or profile is going to be it, I think.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
No, it
she's
was.
still alive?
Shoot.
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her.
Wait, which one is the profile? Right, not a single scar. And her stats. Okay, I missed
So
it.
the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
No.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
You can shoot his hmm. Come on.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of.
Tattoo.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds.
Ridiculous.
Her vitals were 31, 21, 32.
To this day, I still don't actually know what those 3 numbers represent. So I know, like, Monokuma, I think, made a joke, like, or somebody made a joke, like, oh, you think they have a good body? And I was like, I don't know what those numbers mean. I could not possibly, you could give me any 3 numbers, I won't have any clue what the person looks like.
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Gee, I don't know. What's process of elimination from 2? Oh, I get to, oh, do I have to select the picture? Because what happens when I mouse over? Yeah, I think I have to pick her name.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
Okay, then what's your objection?
But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
And I'm noticing in this one the freckles again, but there was that whole bit about, oh, airbrushing or whatever, right?
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Then again, I didn't see freckles on Mukuro's thing either. I thought you mentioned it. Yeah, okay. We remember her dying.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
No, that's... What's the confusion? We just covered this.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Oh my god. See, okay, this is starting to irritate me. You're just dragging this out. We literally just covered this.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
No, at no point did I feel like that was the statement I was making.
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
No, I have to re-explain the same shit over again to finally figure out the same answer? I don't know. That's weird. Why? I mean, this has already been an hour. Come on.
No, of course not.
God.
No way I'd give up that easy.
That irritates me so much. People aren't this stupid.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
We just went over. We just spent half an hour explaining it was the same fucking body. This writing has been pretty solid up till this point.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
Oh my god, it's like the last half hour didn't happen.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Yes, as in hit rewind and go over everything you just did.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
That's not her. That's Mukuro. We just went over this. Right? Now I'm questioning what I'm thinking here. Okay, come on. Enough with the empty thoughts from Makoto. Oh, word time. What? Rat, rate, rope. Oh, got it. Replaced. Wait, replaced what? What did... I don't think they were ever there to begin with. There's no replacing.
Now I understand.
There's no replacing.
What if she switched places with someone else?
Yeah, that's not the same thing as replaced.
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place.
No. We never spoke to Junko. Am I wrong?
Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
No, that's the whole point.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
When we all woke up from our fog.
Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Oh my god.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that.
Oh, I agree.
So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Oh my god. Yes, at the beginning of the whole thing is what I'm hoping he's saying here, but I don't know, because now I feel like we're repeating ourselves.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
Right.
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
Right.
Junko
Shit.
never had any tattoo like that.
I was
did
wrong this whole time. Damn it! And I'm on the internet being angry about it. Awesome.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
Could have, but what proof do we have of that?
If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Is that what happens to foundation?
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body.
Yeah, right. Wait, so am I right or am I wrong?
They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
Oh. I didn't consider that at all.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
How was it not a setup? You think schools just end up like this?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure.
Oh, I see.
Making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her.
There's that note.
In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? lost the will to fight back.
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Wait, what? No, that was from Kyoko. Is it that? Wait. Oh, right. He interrupted. He interrupted us with this.
I got it!
Yeah.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that oh, that's just repeating that. Okay, yeah, we don't need to...
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that
Because we wouldn't see Junko or Ikusama.
is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
Well, I guess that's one thing, but more importantly, there would be two people who didn't show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko,
Is she gonna look that different?
it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
Oh, I guess, so it'll be... Wait. If we're gonna have a face reveal of Junko, I would have expected her to actually look like the Junko we've been looking at the whole time. Because all the documentation about... Huh.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
That's why I tried to cover one other piece of evidence. Well, yeah, what... I knew he said 2 times. What's the one I'm forgetting? Oh, what, we're doing these? Okay.
What? What do you want? What? What do you want?
This is how he's
Are you
arguing?
sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible!
Okay.
That's impossible!
No. Yes.
This should prove it.
I have no idea how much time you have with that.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Couldn't see her face every time.
Oh. I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
Oh, great. Yeah, you gotta show me each one of these again. Because no way anybody could figure it out until now.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
They're doing that thing again where they show you the thing you just answered correctly for reasons.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think?
Yes, that's why I noticed it hours ago.
And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed
Yeah, so I guess she is going to look different.
that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
But we're not done yet because now we've got to do all the work about the mysteries of the school. Like, why the hell were we making this agreement in these interviews and stuff like that?
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
With what? Oh, it's. I'm like, what was I supposed to be thinking of? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, it's going back to the beginning. Okay. Right. Is it this one? Okay, so we have to jump ahead. Is it that? Or no, is it this? It's already wrapped up, so I think it's this. And some of these are just not clear enough that I don't know. Okay. Oh. Grabbing the knife. Oh, shit. Oh, it's one of these two. What is happening here? I think maybe this one, or maybe these are flipped. I'm not sure. This is not going to be helpful. See, this might actually be earlier. Oops. This? Because it's got all of us on there. My Kuma bomb. Oh boy, this, I don't know if I put these in the right
Here's
place.
exactly what happened. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
Uh-oh.
The girl we saw before.
Oh, that was right. Okay.
Actually, the 16th student.
I heard the bad sound.
And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Don't know what that beep was.
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind...
Okay, we're skipping these. I'm sorry. It just drags everything out.
Until
And I don't think we're done. We've got all the other stuff to figure out. At least you can hold down B. Seriously though, I hope they tighten the writing up a little bit on the next one. Like, I don't even care if I got these right now, like, for those places. I don't know if it matters in the end or not. But, like, this came out in the day and age where nobody's got to force in a certain amount of hours, you know, like, settle down. Those music notes were cool.
the real Junko and Oshima. That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Yep. Oh. We are getting a face reveal. Yeah, it looks like Junko. I don't see a difference. Except no freckles.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
Wow, I did not expect that to be her real voice. I don't think I like it.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking.
Weird.
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Oh. That was her... Okay, she was doing a voice. I didn't realize that.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima?
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free.
Wow, she talks so weird.
Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day.
Like, this is a really bored, separated voice. It's a really strange choice, but I kind of like it.
It was like I was stuck in purgatory, or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her too somewhere. It was definitely before I got to this school. Right, she's in those magazines, right?
I got it! That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
She couldn't have told you anything. It wasn't her.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
Am I going nuts? It's not her. I think I'm misunderstanding something.
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro.
Yeah.
She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist.
I'm sorry, but the Spice Girls told me otherwise.
Not even if they're twins.
Twins!
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it.
But you guys weren't twins. You looked different.
So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Oh, shit.
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
What?
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Oh my god, she's nuts.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
I'm with you, man.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
Yeah, because you can never change those.
Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
Oh no. She might be my favorite character.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if!
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
What?
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes.
Dude, she is really messing with my head. It's great.
The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities: atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
Oh my god.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
This voice actor is like a hero.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Huh.
So you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad?
How many?
That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Can I have your number?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair.
Like, I just want to know this person and talk to them all the time for my own entertainment.
After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Huh? Don't you mean had that noble blood?
Had?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
She's my favorite. She's my favorite. This is the best character ever.
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Can I get just like an anime or something of her? That would get me to watch anime.
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating!
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries.
Damn straight. Look at Makoto finally getting a spine.
And then we'll have our victory.
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Other things. The motives, right?
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
I was too busy listening to her voice and not to what she was saying.
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important.
I think this one is my favorite. There's just this above it all separatedness to it that is just so cool. I wouldn't be able to ever come up with the idea to do that. And then also to be able to do it.
It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Oh, hang on. There was money, family, friends,
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Yeah, you don't have to remind. Come on, just let me answer. God damn. Human connections.
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends.
God, that voice acting is just great.
I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question!
I'm not a fan of this one.
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
Hang on, second motive was... That led... So the second killing was Chihiro. So that was the individual secrets. Oh yeah, Makoto's got a blabber. Here we go. The past? Yeah.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah!
Wow.
And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
Right.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Yeah. Listen to these words, game developers.
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question.
Don't tell me to relax.
So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Third murder was Celeste double betrayal kind of thing. She wanted the castle the money. Okay, yeah, thanks for... Like, seriously, game designers. Games are all about math. Math is all about logic. Gamers are smart. We can do stupid things, but we can be smart. Stop fucking spoon-feeding us, man.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
This is probably my second favorite.
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
Yeah, it did.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Yeah, I'm trying to get her point here.
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Will you let her secret out? I'm not reading these. I see, secrets is too much like the other one. Blackmail was closer to the method. Betrayal is closer to the motive.
I got it!
Okay?
In her case, it was betrayal.
Okay.
Precisely. You see,
And this is probably my third favorite.
once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Yeah, I don't understand that yet.
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
Oh, so is your point that as ultimates we should have been above that?
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world.
Crazy.
In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours?
Yeah, Byakuya, I'm with you, man.
Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories.
How?
What I'm trying to say is the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
Right.
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
Why wouldn't we want to leave if we still had our memories?
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
That doesn't make sense.
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave.
Oh,
Do I understand that right?
right. We were saying we wanted to stay in the interviews. Oh, because of the tragedy. Okay, I got lost there. I'm back on now.
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint. Huh? Really? Then hurry up and tell us. Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You want to see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I want to see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Oh, I thought it froze. Oh. What? I don't think so. See, the problem is this is all cartoon, so I can't tell how real is this supposed to look.
What the?
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
But wait. If I'm to accept that tragedy thing is true, she's not telling us the truth at the same time. Because it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak, not her, that was getting us to stay.
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it. That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial!
Okay. Okay. Genocide Jack's memory? That's not a truth bullet. Oh wait, yeah it is.
Remember or die! What the
Stuff
fuck
about memory.
happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that
Oh.
confusing video you showed us,
Can Genocide Jack remember what happened?
I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember.
You can, kind of.
No, that's wrong. Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
When did we stop calling her Jill?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
Yeah, but separate's already better. Always better if there's feelings involved.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her?
Yeah, quick, somebody get a paper cut.
No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Temporarily.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Oh, she can change that way? Also, I thought they're just changing back.
Dun, da, da, da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer! Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you!
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
Aye, aye! Roger, you got it, Captain!
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Really? Okay.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, mister? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is... now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history! And as a result, in basically no time flat! The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel.
Yeah, speaking of which, this one's gonna be a long one, I can tell, guys.
Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Tagami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
Uh-oh.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
What does that mean?
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Oh, look at my choices.
Correct! Well done, peasant!
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it!
She is fantastic.
Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
See, I want to say this is all BS, but at the same time, Genocide Jack did kind of back some of this up.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
Well, we don't know that.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
We are sophomores, I was right.
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, Everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
Heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Memories that were stolen from us, what Junko says is true. We first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memories she took our time at Hope's Peak, which matches those photos.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true,
I'm starting to.
then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy, and that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life.
What the hell are we doing out there?
That's not possible!
I don't want to read his thoughts anymore. Too much reading. Voice acting. The voice acting is good. Oh, group photo maybe? Oh my god, there's so many choices.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible!
Wait, what am I...
I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just...
Oh, which one is his? Which one is his? That one is Kyoko's locker notebook.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
I think it's the thing he says. That's why I wanted to find his.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
Because I don't have anything
Living
from
here
her.
for 2 years?
Yeah.
Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
Yeah, nice.
No, that's wrong. Hiro, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Wuzza, is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak, but somehow you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Psst. Video game characters. It's getting real late. I'm getting tired.
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game.
Huh. I don't think that was the choice we made.
Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where they come apart. Where our memories come apart. I don't know what she's asking. Oh, the moment we lost our memories would have been our first day of school. Yeah. Oh, or is it this? No. This was after I woke up in the classroom. It's this.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day.
Haven't seen that in a very long time.
First came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey! 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
Right.
Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, But
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly.
It's getting very windy outside.
It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
I thought you were done expositioning.
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having having the time of your lives!
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it, and now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once! So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter! Ah, I said it twice!
I was just gonna say.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison.
The headmaster.
Do any of you know who that might have been?
He was trying to save lives, though. Yeah.
I got it! Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
Okay. I understand that now, I think.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits.
Okay.
Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Well, we didn't forget.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
So one thing I don't understand about that is she saying that the Ultimate Despair twins here were in the school unbeknownst to everybody, or was the headmaster unaware who and what they were actually?
Me and Mukuro have come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You only let us live so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, I think I misunderstood part of that. I thought they were saying just us right here, plus, you know, the full 16 were the only survivors. Now it sounds like she's saying a bunch of people from the school survived, and then that's why that one classroom is all messed up.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope.
Like, that voice and that pose is just perfect.
So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
Tell you what. What did Mastermind do to show everyone in the outside world? I don't know. Oh, good. I don't know, and I don't know the word. Oh, you hijacked it. Okay. That wasn't so hard after all, because they gave me so many letters. I think like one less and I would not have figured that out.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about.
It's a really crazy idea.
The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world.
Aren't you trying to force your belief on the world?
But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless?
No, because we figured you out.
You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
No, you've told us how to combat what you did.
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too! Like right fucking now!
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
But we didn't know that.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Wow.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you for the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya?
I kind of did forget we end up voting on stuff.
Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
Great.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
Is there any reason to think they won't all vote for winning solution here?
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
You would think.
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
You mean we'd
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
Are you serious? Hang on, guys. Okay.
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Whew. Sacrifice me? That's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Kyoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all.
You didn't try to trap us all here.
The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh?
Whoa.
Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
All the other voices are better than the real one.
And your stupid life.
The final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up, to live in despair. That's not really living at all. How do I... What am I doing? Okay.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
Oh, wait a second.
If I were to die,
Do I have to give this to each
that
person?
would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I don't think the other stuff mattered. Oh, shit. Oh, wait.
By the way,
Oh, crap.
the air outside is totally polluted.
Damn it.
The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Please tell me I get another shot at this because I pressed the wrong button.
The purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Yeah, I think I had the right idea. Okay, damn it.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world
In my defense, I'm exhausted.
only death and despair are waiting.
Just had to drag this out even more. Nobody's gonna...
What are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
No, but you kinda got me on a wrong button press here. Oh, good. Yeah, so I think when they have the ellipses,
Give up.
I have to shoot at their
As long as
ellipses.
there's hope, we'll never give up!
Brian, it's Y, it's
If I were
not
to
X.
die, that would be the end of
Okay.
Don't lose hope now!
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place.
That didn't work.
But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we?
Oh, I think that worked.
Keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why That's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here!
Okay, cool.
The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore! What matters is my own gut feelings!
We won't give up.
Okay.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
By the way, the air outside is totally cold. The only reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifier.
Don't lose hope now.
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Yeah.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say, which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll
Try
never
not
give
to
up.
block hero statement this
That
time.
would be the end.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
Okay.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air purifier.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifier, in other words, as soon as the communal life you've all been living.
Don't lose hope now.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it. I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is
It's weird that it skips his words.
say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been living. I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave.
You'll have to go into the world outside.
You're it, man.
Don't lose hope now.
Oh wait, no, you're not. Kyoko too.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you?
Oh no.
Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
Oh, okay.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
Yeah, I don't believe you for a second.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
We won't give up.
Oh, the music changed.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living. As long all of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside.
We're only.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Don't lose hope now.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely.
What?
You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
I think that's legally distinct from the Great White Hope, so sure.
What the hell are you?
Okay.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still... What are we doing? Oh boy. Okay.
You suck! What do you want?
Oh god, she went right into negative time.
Stand against us?
Why isn't the thing working?
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
Oh no, it is working. It just, I didn't think it was for a second there.
Suffer from despair.
I just love despair.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool!
You're unbearable.
Come on, last one.
It's a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless. Suffer from despair.
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going.
That one felt weird.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away.
I refuse to lose.
I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
I think we won? Oh, I didn't think I was going to get an A for that last part. Why am I still getting those? Oh, the new game plus.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
No way.
It's just...
You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem. I didn't think I was going to have to do any more acting here.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
What?
So this is despair.
We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly horrible detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
No,
To come this far and fail at the very end.
True despair.
Weird. What are you talking about?
No,
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately, this once-in-a-lifetime experience. It is my first and last colossal despair here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair. Huh?
Is she enjoying this?
Anyway.
So are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best.
Outside is only despair. Inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Everyone?
Hey.
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease,
However.
but the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is.
No.
Stop it. I hate those faces you're making. To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose, but just be warned, from this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, maybe you'll find some hope, but there is a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we...
Fine, it's fine.
That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done, though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Oh, hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in life, so...
Don't get in my way! So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful! Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this.
Her eyes are doing that weird thing.
I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
She kind of clipped her mic there, didn't she? Oh, she just walks with. Okay, that's funny. Oh, it's every piece from all of the punishments. Oh! I forgot about the spaceship. That was in the opening video, wasn't it? Was that the headmaster being killed? Well, now. Emergency override. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Enoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. And then there were 6. For real. Nice. Yeah, sure. I guess. Yeah, I had a feeling there was an epilogue. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Oh, she wasn't lying about that. Just like Junko said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I almost felt absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko, and in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
Is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out, she said that. Oh, wow. I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's going to make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true.
My beautiful scissors!
Yeah, not reading her line. Oh, good. Where's the courtroom? Where's Mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. Leave? We can go outside? That means me and Master can get married. And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby. Weird.
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. You know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks
you're serious.
maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope, to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. Just moving on. Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you going to do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin.
Whoa!
Thanks, Hina. You've totally opened my eyes. Hey, personal space buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto,
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small, so what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I'm going to be seriously pissed if they press the button and then they get melted.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
It looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open. With my hands, with our hands, hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Uh-oh. Okay. It's like, Oh, we're not going to see if it's real or not. But there's sequels, so I'm assuming it was probably real. Or there could be a vortex or something. I don't know what that is. All right. Some pretty awesome voice acting in this game. Really cool idea. Really long videos because of a lot of over talking, though. I can't really kind of get over that one big mistake. It was weird because at first it didn't feel like they were holding your hand the way that they do in a Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney kind of game. But while maybe they're not as severe, how would I put that? It's not, who's Manami Usami? Those were all character names up until that point. Who is that? I saw Monokuma and then Manami? Anyway, so, what am I trying to say here? They did still do it. They still tried to do the hand-holding thing, which it's just not necessary. Like, again, this isn't the real world where hand-holding would actually be super helpful. This is a video game where everybody has the option of being able to get the clues they need, so we don't need the hand-holding. That was just driving me crazy. And yet at the same time, you know, with all of that, I'm looking forward to playing the next one when it comes up on my list. And if that holds up, then, like, I'm in on the series. Like, they would have to severely screw it up. I guess what I don't know, though, about the sequels is, are they sequels? In other words, when I play Danganronpa 2, is that literally part 2 a sequel, or is it a prequel, or something that's going on at the same time, or are they going to Final Fantasy it and it's just not going to be related at all? I have no idea. And I don't actually plan on looking up what like people think about on this one. I think I'd much rather wait. This is the kind of thing that I don't want. This could easily have gotten spoiled. I had to look up something at one point, didn't I? There was something I didn't understand, like really early on, I thought. But now I can't remember what that was. Was it during the first case? Or was it even during one of the trials? It might have been outside of that. I can't remember now because so many hours have gone by, and at the moment I'm just vamping because I don't know if there's going to be an after credit scene or what. And I would just kind of like to find out. And you cannot skip. Oh, you can skip. Oh, damn. Oh.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
How? Like, I guess that's okay. So I'm starting to think 2 is a sequel because maybe it wasn't just Junko and Mukuro that are these guys, these ultimate despairs. I don't know. You know what I know? I need to get to bed. Holy crap. Thank you for joining me on this long thing. And I'm talking into a microphone, but this may never go up because these are massive files. And how many episodes is that? 17 or something? Like, that would take up months of editing it. I don't know how I'm going to handle that. I'll probably have to just see what happens with our schedule or something. If maybe like we run out in advance of something, I can just fill it up with this. So that's what we'll do then. For those of you who did watch through this, thank you so much for joining me. This was one hell of a ride. I have to yet again go back to a certain friend and be like, all right, you bastard, quit doing this to me. I can't take it anymore. So bye, everybody. Thanks so much.